Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, the Baking Diva, and a big shout out to all my new subscribers. First thing I want to say is happy fall, you all. That's right, 2 days ago was the beginning of autumn. So since this is part 2 of my series Baking with Pumpkin, I thought I would combine autumn with pumpkin. Does that sound good to you? So I am going to make today for you autumn pumpkin bars. How does that sound, cameraman?
Stupendioso.
Oh, whatever that means. Anyway, these are fantastic because when you put them out to eat them, they look so pretty. They make such a nice presentation. And they're not just for now or for Halloween. They would look beautiful on your Thanksgiving table. So, why don't we get started? What do you say? Are you ready, cameraman?
Let's speed on.
Speed on. Okay. All right. The first thing you're going to do is take a 9x13 pan and you're going to grease it. I use the spray. Then you're going to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. And I will have this entire recipe down below in the description box for you. And in case any of you who are not subscribed to my channel yet, before I forget to tell you, go on down and hit that red subscribe. It'll turn gray. Hit the little bell next to it, and you'll get a notification every time I put a new video up. That's all there is to it. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take a medium-sized bowl. So I have this bowl here, and what I'm going to combine in this bowl are 2 cups of flour. I've already pre-measured everything for you, so let me just put that in there. There's my 2 cups of flour. Next, I'm going to put in 2 teaspoons of pumpkin pie spice. And I do have a video that I made about a year ago, how to make your own pumpkin pie spice. So if I can find it, I'll put that link down in the description bar for you also. So we're putting in the pumpkin pie spice. Now we need 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Let's put that in. A 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And last but not least, with these dry ingredients, is a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. Whoops, that didn't come out of there. There you go. I'm going to take a whisk, and I'm just going to whisk all of this together until it's all combined. So while I'm doing that, is everyone excited that fall is here? I personally like summer. That's my favorite times of the year because nothing beats the beach. But we live in an area where we get to enjoy the 4 seasons. So fall is also beautiful. Cameraman likes fall, right, cameraman?
Well, I got to be honest with you. The 4 Seasons were my favorite singing group growing up in the 60s because they're from New Jersey.
Oh, okay.
And I must tell you...
I know what you're going to say. Our daughter.
Go ahead.
Our daughter's name is Dawn.
Right.
So we used to always play that song by the 4 Seasons. How did that go?
Dawn, go away, I'm no good for you.
Well, anyway, we named her Dawn because we thought it was pretty, but then we always played that song for her.
No, I named her after the detergent.
Oh, that's right, and I always use Dawn detergent in my kitchen. All right, so this is all mixed together. I'm going to put this bowl aside. Also, I've been nibbling on these little treats I have out here. They now sell a mixture of candy corn and chocolate-covered peanuts, but I saw these in the store, and I figured I'd try them. They're the M&Ms. They're called Coffee Nuts. They have nothing whatsoever to do with this recipe, but they're delicious. They taste just like coffee-covered nuts. Did you try any of them, cameraman?
About a half a bag.
So I'm going to have one of those now.
Whoa.
Okay, let me move them out of my way before I eat too many. All right. Not polite to talk when you have something in your mouth. I have my electric beater, and in here, I'm going to put my brown sugar. Now, I use the dark brown sugar, firmly packed, and I'm going to put 1 cup plus 2 tablespoons of brown sugar in here. There we go. And I'm going to put 1½ sticks, which equals 3/4 of a cup of butter. Don't use margarine, use butter. And this is softened. Okay. Move that over here. Okay, I'm going to raise my bowl. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix that, get my directions out here, for 3 minutes at medium speed until it's blended. So here we go. Got my spatula here. I love this spatula. It's stainless steel. It's by Tovolo, T-O-V. By Tovolo, T-O-V-O-L-O. Not going to break on you, and it works beautiful. It was a gift from one of my subscribers. Let me scrape the bowl here on the sides. Get everything mixed in. Just mix it up a little bit more. Okay, now I'm going to beat in 1 egg. Put that in there. You all know that I like to take shortcuts when I'm baking and do a few hacks when I can, but I also love to bake from scratch. And this recipe is from scratch, and I think you're going to love it. And I know there's a lot of pumpkin lovers out there, just judging by how many views I got on part 1 of my pumpkin series. So let me just mix this a little more, the egg. Okay, now to the egg and the brown sugar, I'm going to add pure pumpkin. I happen to buy the Libby's pure pumpkin. It's not the pumpkin pie filling that has all the stuff in it. This is just the pure pumpkin. So I'm going to beat in the pure pumpkin. Let me see. Thought I had down here, I think it's, let me just double check the pumpkin. Yes, it's 1½ cups of the pure pumpkin we're going to put in here. So let me add that. Oopsie. Diva, what you doing? There are so many pumpkin recipes now coming out. I just love them. And for any of you that did not see part 1 of my pumpkin series where I did the chocolate chip pumpkin cake that started out with that spiced cake mix, that was delicious. So if you didn't see it, go back and take a look. It's so moist. It has those chocolate chips in it. And trust me, I know how delicious it is because I ate half of it, right, cameraman?
Yeah, that's a conservative.
Okay. Let me just move this out of the way. Okay, so we put the pumpkin in, and now we're going to put our vanilla in. Let me move this a little closer. So it's 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Okay, so I'm going to get that all incorporated. Move these out of the way. Now this mixture, when you see it, is going to look slightly curdled. It's okay. That's what it's supposed to look like until we add the flour to it. Do you like my apron? It says give thanks. It has all these pretty autumn leaves on it. And my girlfriend Camille gave it to me last year as a gift. So I wanted to take it out and use it for my pumpkin autumn bars. So let me just mix this another second. I feel like I got pumpkin splattered on my nose. It definitely almost has that pumpkin color, but it looks like a curdled look. Scrape the sides. It's always good to scrape the sides so you make sure you get everything mixed in there. Okay. Very good, Diva. Okay, now I'm going to take the mixture that I made earlier with the flour, and I'm going to gradually add the flour to this pumpkin mixture, and I'm going to beat it on low, just till it's all blended. So I may have to stand up to do this. So let me put some of that in. Put it in gradually. And you mix it a little. Smells good. Anything with pumpkin smells good. And before I add the rest, let me show you what else you're going to need. For this recipe, you're going to need a couple of cookie cutters. You're going to need cookie cutters in the shape of a leaf. Now, they can be about 3 inch, they could be 4 inch. Depending on how large or small they are, that's the size of your cake. So I had this in my box of cutters. This happens to be a maple leaf. And not sure what kind of leaf this is. Do you know, cameraman?
No.
Well, it doesn't matter. It's a leaf. So I'm going to try and use the 2 of them, but we'll get to that later. So let me get some more of the flour mixture in. I've been getting kind of lax with putting my aprons on, but when I'm working with a lot of flour, they do go poof all over, and I have flour all over me because, I don't know, I don't want to call myself a slob. That's kind of doesn't sound nice, but I'll say, let's just say I'm a little messy.
Leave it up to me. I'll call you a slob.
Thanks. Thanks a lot. Okay. So let me get the rest of that all mixed in. And while that's being mixed, I'm going to take my 13 by 9 inch pan that I sprayed with the non-stick spray. So far, so good, right? It's very easy. Most of them are probably ingredients you may have in your house, except maybe for the pumpkin or the pumpkin pie mix. Just mix that a little bit more. I want to make sure it's all incorporated. I love this time of year. It's everything made out of pumpkin. By the time Thanksgiving's over, I will be so sick of pumpkins, and then I'll be on to my Christmas cookies. good. It looks all incorporated. So let me take the beater off. And I'm going to take my spatula, and what we're going to do is we're going to put this mixture into our pan, and we're going to spread it evenly. Let me just get this off here because we don't want to waste anything. All right. And I'm just curious, last year I did a series on baking Christmas cookies. If any of you are interested in seeing me do that again this year, not now, obviously, when it gets closer to Christmas, let me know. I might either do a series or I might do a collaboration with a few people because I don't want to make all the same cookies that I made last year. So we're going to put the mixture in there. It's nice and thick, doesn't look curdled anymore, and I'm going to spread it evenly in this pan. So once I get everything in here and it's spread evenly, I'm going to put it in the oven at the 350 degrees for, I believe it was, let me check, 25 minutes. Yes, 25 minutes, just until the toothpick comes out dry. And then once we take it out of the oven, we're going to put the pan, leave it in the pan. Don't take it out of the pan. Leave it in the pan, and we're going to let it cool on a cooling rack. So let me put this aside. Let me spread this around, and I will be back as soon as this is baked and I take it out of the oven. Okay, everybody, I'm back. I baked my cake for exactly 25 minutes, and it came out perfectly. Now comes the fun part. As I told you earlier, I have cookie cutters here. This happens to be a maple leaf, and we don't know what kind of leaf this is. But anyway, you can get cookie cutters in all different shaped leaves. I happen to have these, and I wasn't going to go out and buy new ones. You can get them a tiny bit smaller than this or a little bigger. Obviously, that's going to depend on how many you get out of the cake. But just remember now, these are not cookies. These are bars. They're my autumn pumpkin bars. So when you serve them, and I'm going to show you how we do that in a few, you're going to serve them on a plate. You can put a scoop of ice cream next to it. It's really like serving someone a piece of cake. So I tried one out to make sure it was cool enough. You have to make sure your cake is cool. So we're going to take this cookie cutter here, and I'm going to put it here. And I'm going to press it down, all the way down, it'll go, into the cake. Let me hold up this dish so I can show you what it looks like. So I pushed it, the cookie cutter, you can see that all the way into the cake. Now, what you can try to do is scrape the cake around the cookie cutter off, or do what I did. I took a knife right here, and I cut this, and I have a small square spatula. I'm going to take this right out like this, put it here. Now you might say, but Diva, what's happening to this cake around the cookie cutter? Well, you have a couple of choices. You can eat the cake, or if any of you are familiar with making cake pops, this is just what you need. You need the scraps of a cake that's already been baked and broken up. So we're going to take this leaf, and I'm going to put it right on this platter, push it down gently. Here we go. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Now, what I'm going to show you what I do is, let me just move this out of the way for a minute so I can get a little closer here and show you this. Move the leaves around. What I did is I took a cup of the Nestle's semi-sweet chocolate morsels and I melted them in my microwave, and I put them into this little squeeze bottle. Now I'm going to take this, I'm not an artist, but I'm going to make the veins on the leaves. So let's see how this comes out. that. I guess I can go off to the side. No special way to make it. Let one go out this way. Let me see, I think it needs something else. Oh, maybe I'll make a little branch off of here. Little one off of here. You can do it any way you want. Make a little one coming off the side of that. Leave, do a little one maybe over here, coming up. I don't know if you're supposed, I think so. I think the more veins the better. It looks more like a leaf. There we go. And I'll do one more up here. These bottles are great for that. I'm going to try to hold this one up. Hopefully it won't slide off the dish, just to give you an idea of what these are going to look like. So let me just hold it up like that. I'll see if the cameraman can zoom in a little bit. Do you think you can see that, cameraman? You got it? Does that look like a nice leaf to you?
Looks like a nice leaf to me, yes.
Leaf. Remember when, who was it? Our son was little, he used to call him Leafus.
Yes.
So this is what you're going to continue doing. You're going to cut them out with your cookie cutters. You're going to take your chocolate. And you're going to just make a leaf design on there. I think these are adorable. Make these for Thanksgiving. Serve them on a dish. That's what I would do anyway. I'd serve them on a dish with a scoop of ice cream next to it. So pretty. Let's do another one down here. Any way you want. I think these are adorable. Let me make a little one coming out here. There. Okay, let's do one more. Let's move this out of the way. We're done with this. And like I said, cake pops are very easy to make. I think I even have a video on making cake pops. If you ever want me to show you again, let me know. So we're taking the scraps away and putting them in a bowl here. And let's do another one. So I like the maple leaf. So I'm going to stick that one right up here, push it down all the way down into the cake. I'm going to cut very close to it because I don't want to waste anything. There we go. I love these. Scoop it right out. I'm going to put it down here. Look how easy. The sides come right off. Same as if you were making cookies. Just gently press it down. You don't want to ruin your leaf. Let me just fix that. I think these are beautiful. I'm going to put it up there. And these are called Autumn Pumpkin Bars. So let me take my chocolate, make a vein up this leaf. Beautiful. Okay. Okay. Do another one here. Beautiful. That's why everybody says to me, do you like to bake better or do you like to cook better? I like to bake better because when you bake, you can make fun things like this. I'll hold it up again. Oops, I think I ruined that little vein. Let's fix that. You can be artistic and you can have fun with it. And then I look at it and I go, whoa, those look really good. And for me, I don't know. I don't look at a meatloaf or pot roast or whatever, stew, and say, oh, look how beautiful. I guess that's the artist in me. Look at that, cameraman. Perfecto. So if you like this recipe and you think you might want to see my next one, which will be part 3 of my 4-part series on baking with pumpkin, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below and ring that little bell next to it. This way you'll get, you know, a little notification that I have a video up and you won't miss anything. It really does help me a lot. It helps all the YouTubers out there because I don't make any money doing this. I do it because I enjoy it. And the only way for me to get my channel to grow is if you subscribe and you watch my videos. And don't forget, I'm sure you have a lot of friends that would love to make something like this. So underneath the video, you'll see some options, and one of them is share. You hit that share button, and a lot of options come up for you, and one of them is email. So you can just hit that and email it to friends. They'll get the video, and other options on there also. So I'm going to finish making these. I will show you a still shot of what they look like when I'm done. And I hope you enjoyed this video. And once again, I say happy fall, you all. Toodles!